Isn't the house peculiar without Judy in it?
Beautifully peculiar.
Oh, Melvin.
The peace of it, the quiet, the repose, and I knew it was too good to be true. Who is it as if I didn't know?
This is Oogie, Mr. Foster.
Didn't doubt it for a minute. What do you want this time?
They came, sir.
I'm so glad for you.
Melvin, let me speak to him. You'll frighten him to death.
Might interest you to know he'll be wearing pants.
Hello, Oogie. Judy just left a moment ago.
She did? Oh, gee, Mrs. Foster, can you get her back?
What?
Well, you see, I'm leaving right this minute, and I'd like to call for her.
To call for?
Don't let him come here.
Oh, well, don't you think, Oogie, it might be better to leave things just as they are?
Well, I think I should call for Judy, Mrs. Foster.
Oh.
After all, this is an important evening, and it would worry me all night if I didn't call for Judy. Why, it might be the basis of a complete misunderstanding. And as I said, I'd like to call for
Well,
her.
all right, Oogie, that's very nice of you. I'll send Randolph out to bring her back.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Foster.
All right, Oogie, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Randolph.
Going, Mother. Hey, Mother, I missed Judy.
You missed
Oh,
her?
for Pete's sake.
I ran after that streetcar for 5 blocks, but I couldn't catch up with
Oh, what a shame. And Oogie's on his way over here. This is going to make it mighty inconvenient for him.
How do you think it's making it for me?
her. How do you feel, Father?
How do I look?
Well.
That's exactly how I feel.
Oh, there's the doorbell. That must be Oogie now.
I'll bet you 2-1 he asked how we are.
Hello, Oogie.
Come right in, Oogie.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, I see your pants arrived.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Foster. How are you?
Oh, thank goodness. We've all had physical checkups lately. The doctor assures us we're in good shape.
Don't bother sitting down, Oogie. Judy is already on a streetcar whizzing to the Bijou.
She is.
Yeah, that makes a nickel you owe her.
Now, Judy will be waiting for you at the Bijou, Oogie. You'd better go along.
Oh, yes, I think I better. Well, good night, everybody. It's been very nice seeing you, I'm sure. There is a debatable subject, if ever I heard one.
Good night, Oogie. Have a nice time.
Well, now maybe I can get some peace and quiet around here. No, what's the use? There's a conspiracy against me.
Melvin, I'll answer it.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Mother, this is Judy. Oogie hasn't shown up yet. I can't understand.
Well, he was just here, Judy. He should be at the Bijou fairly soon.
He was at our house? What for?
Well, you see, well, let's not go into that now, Judy. It'll make it very much simpler. All you have to know is he's just went out the door this minute.
Oh, Mother, can you get him back for me? I've got to talk to him.
Oh, is it absolutely necessary?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'll try. Just a minute. Randolph.
Ah, me. Woman's work is never done. Okay.
Oh, will this night never end?
Judy's on the telephone. She wants to talk to you. Coming. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Foster.
Good evening. Oogie, we're feeling fine. We're fine.
Here's the phone, Oogie. Oh, thanks a lot. Hello, Judy?
Oogie, what's keeping you? It's getting crowded here in the lobby. There'll be a line soon.
Well, look, Judy, why don't you buy yourself a ticket and go in now before it gets too crowded? Oh, of course, I'll remunerate you.
Oh, well, that's a good idea, Oogie. I'll go in right now and save you seats. Bye.
Goodbye, Judy. I'll see you in a little while. You hope. Mr. and Mrs. Foster, I hope you'll be kind enough to excuse me.
Don't waste a minute. We'll understand.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, good night.
Yes. I have only one hope.
What, dear?
That there's a triple feature playing at the Bijou. And now back to A Date with Judy. Dora,
Yes, Melvin?
Judy and Oogie must be in the theater by now. I think it's safe to put the phone back on the hook, don't you?
Yes, dear.
This is more like it, Dora.
Yes.
Practically relaxed. Beautiful peace and quiet. I had to open my big mouth. I knew it. Couldn't lie.
Well, I'll get it, dear. Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Foster. This is Oogie. Did Judy call?
Why, no, Oogie. Isn't she with you?
Well, no, not exactly. You see, when I got to the theater, there was a big line, and the usher wouldn't believe me when I told him Judy was inside holding a seat for me.
Well, Oogie, have you been waiting in line all this time?
Yes, I have, Mrs. Foster.
But it's almost 2 hours since you got there.
It was a very long line, Mrs. Foster.
It must have been.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, Mrs. Foster, was if Judy calls, would you tell her to wait for me in the lobby?
There'll be a very short wait for all seats, folks. Kindly don't shove, Sonny.
But honestly, Usher, my date is holding a seat for me.
I've told you 10 times no reserved seats. Please go to the end of the line.
But I've already worked my way to the front of the line. I just want to wait for a minute to make a phone call.
You're blocking the exit. Kindly go to the end of the line or I'll call the manager.
Yes, sir.
Oogie.
Oh, Judy, there you are.
Where were you? I saved your seat, but you didn't come.
Oh, the usher wouldn't let me. Was it a good picture?
It was wonderful.
It was? Well, gee, if they'll exchange my ticket, I'll go see it tomorrow.
Oh, Oogie, my coat. I must have left it inside.
Oh, you did? Well, I'll go in and look for it, Judy.
I was sitting around the center, Oogie.
Oh, all right. I'll find it.
Oh, would you like me to go on over to Henry's Coke and Phosphate Parlor and hold a table? It's so crowded Saturday night.
Oh, Judy, you think of everything. All right, you go on over and I'll meet you there.
All right, Oogie, but hurry.
All right, Judy. Every minute will seem like an hour.